Welcome to Film Study, an all American podcast with Lexi. Everyone. This is the season 3, episode 19, Surviving the Times, which, wow, what a fitting name now that we know what's happened. Episode review with my friend Chanel. Now, before we get to this episode, please like, subscribe, share, all of that. But also, please don't come for us too hard if you disagree with what we say. Just putting that in as a little caveat. We did this very quickly, like 15 minutes after the episode aired, and I think we talked about it, just how shook we both were. So this were our immediate thoughts, and we both admitted that we needed to go back and sort of rewatch some things and get a clearer head about it. And so listen to this with that in mind. There's a couple of moments where I awkwardly laugh and where I real laugh, but there's definitely some awkward laughter in there just because I could not believe what happened. But either way, yes, please enjoy this episode. Oh my gosh. Episode 19. Episode 19, season 3 finale.
Lexi, I need a minute.
And you know what? I need several minutes. We're doing this pretty quickly after it airs. And so basically, you know what? I'm gonna give us both a second to just digest it again. And I'll just say this. You know what, Chanel? You were the first guest that I had on. And a little bit of a story. I one of the reasons I started this podcast is because when the mid-season cliffhanger hit,
Yeah,
I was just like, you were taking that break from social media, and I was just like, I have to talk to Chanel about this. What am I gonna do? And so that's what started me on this journey to making the
I love it. But look at this. This is so beautiful because look at where you started and now we've come full
yes.
Circle.
Literally, and now we at this moment have over almost 300 subscribers.
That's amazing.
And the last video that I got shot up for some reason, 7,000 views, over 7,000 views.
I love that.
Just crazy. I remember being like,
Wow.
I got 10 subscribers in a week.
Yes, I remember that. I remember, and the thing is too, it hasn't been that long. It was only a couple months ago.
It was only a couple months ago. It was literally it was the episode 9. Once the first break was over. So crazy.
Well, that is only just you and your content and your love for this show. So it's absolutely deserved. You should be super happy, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. And I'm so happy to talk about this with you.
Yes.
Because this episode, I don't even...
Not for the faint of heart. No pun intended. It was too soon for that. I'm sorry. That was too soon.
It was too soon.
It was a bad joke. I apologize. I apologize.
I will say this. I was not surprised that anything happened, but I was shocked nonetheless.
Absolutely.
I predicted, a lot of my friends, we predicted what was going to happen, but seeing it on my screen
yeah,
was just a lot. And I guess here's the thing, before we even, because if you're listening to this, you've seen the episode, so here's the thing. I thought that they would wrap up more story, or I had hoped that they would wrap up more storylines than
definitely.
they did. No storyline was wrapped.
No. Goodness gracious, they left all of them open.
They left all of them open.
Wide open.
Crazy wide open. So the one person it went correct for And I'm happy about this. As a Liv super fan, I was just like, I'm just happy Liv is okay.
It's so
Liv is
true.
okay and away from the drama.
She usually gets the short end of the stick. I think they've been doing her wrong for 3 seasons now that they're like,
They
you know
have.
what? Let's give her a break.
They were like, she's earned the break. She's done the heavy lifting for the drama this season.
Yeah.
Live, you are going to be happy at least by the end of this episode. You're going to be encouraging your man. You're finally going to get Spencer. Like, you're going to be happy at the end of this season. Everybody else,
Can't say the same for y'all. There was a
not
hit
even
out on
Spencer.
everybody. There was a hit out on everybody.
Not even Spencer was safe. I thought Spencer and Liv would be safe at the end, end of this
Right? Like the
episode.
golden
Nope.
children? No.
Only Liv. Only Liv and Laura and Dylan, and they weren't even that
Right.
Laura and Dylan weren't even in the episode. So
Exactly. I don't know. You're see, so much has happened. You're just gonna have to start from the beginning.
yeah. So intro. First of all, we got a little flash forward where we
Mm-hmm.
saw a ton of clips just all like melted together, and we saw like a fight was gonna happen, which we sort of knew from the previews. We saw that Layla's dad, fake JP, was gonna get like a little note from Layla, or no, he saw her phone in the trash can. He was calling
Right.
her, um, and probably some other stuff. Oh yeah, and then we saw the cops with Coop.
Mm-hmm.
So we see that like really, really quick, like merging of all of those clips, and then we get Spencer and Liv, and they're at the cafe together, and apparently they haven't told anyone just yet, but they're at the cafe, so anybody could walk in anyway, like Simone ended up doing. Uh, and they were just talking about them being boyfriend and girlfriend, but Liv was a little hesitant to call Spencer her boyfriend.
Right. I was just gonna say I'm always curious as to why. I mean, I guess for her, again, she's gone through so much that it's like, wow, can something good really happen? Can this just be,
Yeah.
a healthy relationship, no drama? Can I claim this sort of thing? So I'm guessing that was her mindset, but I'm always a little shocked when she is as apprehensive as she is when it comes to like just allowing herself to be happy.
Yeah. 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 And yeah, and I think for me it was just like she ended last episode, and really the past couple of episodes she's been trying to say, I'm going to stay out of other people's business, like I'm going to focus on my own. Um and because she has that tendency to think about other people, she gets caught in this sort of like values like paralysis, where she does something, even if it's like something that makes her happy, that she's just like, but wait, now I have to think about everybody else that this
Right.
affects. um but she did call him her boyfriend,
Yes, we
and
have
they did
official
kiss.
titles, people.
We have
Finally.
official titles, and they were holding hands up until Simone came, and
Did you see
then she
Spencer's face?
promptly, yeah,
He was
he
just
was so
like, "Girl,
upset.
I know you lying. Like I cannot."
He was so not pleased with that. But so Spencer and Liv's whole thing was that, you know, Spencer, we saw them together at his All American party because he got All American,
Hmm.
and Spencer was just like, well, it's starting to become a little weird because, you're so hesitant to kiss me in public, or,
Right.
stuff. And then she was just like, okay, no, okay, we're going to start. And so they saw Simone and Jordan across the room. They called them over. They were holding hands. That was so just awkward.
It was really funny just because Jordan was just like, "What's going on?" And I feel like everyone had that reaction. Look, we know y'all have liked each other for God knows how long, since the
Yeah.
beginning, really. This is not a surprise to us. Congratulations, you're together. Okay, let's move on.
Exactly. Like, there's just too much else going on for anybody to really care. Uh, and so, yeah, so she was just like, look. hands, or I think Simone was just like, "Did you not notice the hands?"
Right.
Um, and so they officially told Simone and Jordan first. Well, technically Simone found out first, but yeah, they told Simone and Jordan together, and then they like kissed in front of Simone and Jordan. And Jordan was like, "Gross." So it was her whole storyline was her telling people about her and Spencer and her being comfortable with that because later she sees Layla, who calls her sort of about Carrie, and we'll get to that in a second. And Liv tells Layla that her and Spencer are officially together as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Were you expecting her reaction?
um, Honestly, I was expecting everything except Layla saying you don't have to pretend to be friends anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, I was and I knew I felt like Liv was gonna try to explain like, oh, I wasn't pretending before, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I was expecting everything except the pretend friendship line because I think Layla has been prepping herself since
Right. Since Vegas. Since
since
everything that's
Vegas.
happened in Vegas, she's had to have some kind of inkling that, hey, you know,
And
these two are gonna get
can
together.
we talk about even before then? Because in season two, she said some stuff to Liv that very much, yeah.
Well, the
So
two
I
of
feel
them have
like
gone back
she's,
and forth so much. It's like,
yeah,
she stealed her man first and this and that. We don't
yeah,
I don't even have to go into it. The people know.
yeah. The people know. The people know. So that's how Liv's whole storyline ended up, and then. The last we saw Liv, she was just, like encouraging Spencer that everything would work out, and that her dad just needed time because Billy was upset. Um, Yes, so that's that's Liv's
So yeah, get
storyline.
into why he was upset. Because for
Yeah.
me that felt like that came out of left field. Like I understand why Billy was upset, but at the same time, he literally went from like, "Oh my gosh, like basically like you're my son. I'm so proud of you. You've never disappointed me." To an instant flip of the switch to like, "Wow, you finally disappointed me. This is the worst thing you could have done. Not you of all people." Like he really hit him with a like E2 brute. Like, come on, sir.
Yeah.
you that scene was incredibly chaotic and just
It was
it was
this
so
whole
night and
episode
day.
was chaotic.
It was. It was.
And that's the thing. Okay, so again, like, and it was like switching back and forth a lot. It was very fast paced.
Yes.
So the other storyline, obviously, is that Spencer got All American. They had that party for him. He met Deshaun Jackson, which wasn't even like Deshaun Jackson was there for like 2 seconds.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, that's obviously where I said they were telling people. So Spencer decides to tell Billy that, and this was after Billy was giving him some speech about how, he just he wished Spencer had stayed at Beverly so he could keep an eye on Jordan, which is like, isn't that your job as Jordan's father, sir?
Billy been
But
passing the
we know
buck
you're not
since the
a
first
father.
season.
You always pass the buck to Spencer, who's a teenager. You need to calm down. And Spencer takes that moment to tell Billy that he helped Jordan. And yeah, like you said, it was a flip of a switch. Billy got super, super upset about it. And this man clapped his hand
Yeah.
like to keep from hitting. I don't know. Like, I don't, why was he that angry? Like, he, and this happens with Olivia a lot. Like, he yells at
Mhm.
Olivia a lot,
Mhm.
but it looks like second to Olivia in terms of Billy's yelling at Spencer because he yelled at him, remember, early on in the season when they all found out about Olivia, and now he's yelling at him again, which it's
Mhm.
like, where are these outbursts of anger and why aren't they directed towards Asher in season 2 or Jordan whenever he messes up? Like,
That is the thing. All of this anger is misdirected.
misdirected
This is not the person
completely.
you're upset with, because at the end of the day, okay, yes, Spencer helped him, but it was Jordan's decision, and like Spencer said, Jordan was going to do it regardless.
Yeah.
So you might as well have somebody looking out for him. And I mean, yes, that sucked. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you risked so and so's life. Okay, but did he die? No. So we're
He
all
died.
good. And he got All
Is he still
American.
alive?
Is he still alive? It all worked out in the
Can we
end.
talk about that for a second? Because
Do you think there's some bias there?
Jordan getting All American Reserve, I don't. I'm happy for Jordan or whatever. Well, given what he pulled at the last bit of the episode, but was
Mm,
happy for Jordan, and but also I was just like, I don't know if I'd buy you getting even the reserve,
dang.
but
Well,
I mean. The whole what we've seen from All American is people telling Jordan that he doesn't really give it his all, and
yeah.
when we've seen him give it his all, it was for a very short period of time until he got
Mm,
hurt. And so I don't know if, he would have done enough to actually get there. But, he was on the reserve, so it's fine.
right.
But yes, so Billy starts yelling. Olivia takes this moment to be in her excitement and say, I'm gonna feel all my feelings and be open about my my relationship. And she comes up just as Billy's upset with Spencer for this Jordan deal and basically alludes to her and Spencer being together.
And that's the thing too. She couldn't see, feel the tension. Like, maybe this isn't a good time. Perhaps I should not see this
I
now.
mean, yes, but I'm not even faulting her for that because, again, folks were upset at her at the beginning because they're just like, oh, you're not being open with your relationship. Now she's open and excited and has a little bit of the blinders on and the honeymoon goo goo stuff going on. And she just missed the signs. I'm
It
not
was really
I'm not
funny because
gonna
she
fault
looked
her for that.
really confused after the scene too. Just like, what
She
happened here,
did.
girl?
She did. In the way Billy looked at their hands together, like
Hmm.
didn't he wait until Olivia came up to say like you finally disappointed me?
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
believe so. I was like,
so
okay,
the
now we're
writers hit
talking.
Billy with a double whammy. I think people thought that one or the other would happen. I don't think
Hmm.
that people thought that he would be upset about both. Um, which
But
is
the thing though,
seeming
is he
like
really upset
is
about
he
the relationship?
is he? I don't
Or
know.
is
It
he just
just
using that as something else like, well, I'm already mad and this
I
just
feel
didn't
like he
help?
was just already mad and like
Yeah.
I don't that was very unclear.
Yeah. Cuz I
um
mean, why would he object to them being together? He likes Spencer prior to
especially
this.
if he had no objections to Asher.
Exact.
Mm.
Thank you. Okay? I'm going to stop my Asher slander because,
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a
yeah.
second. Yeah, I'm like season 2 Asher and season 3 Asher are two different Ashers for me.
Mhm.
Um, and the really like seasons 1 and previous and season 2 Asher.
Yeah.
Uh, But yes, so it's really interesting. Somebody, I don't forget who, but somebody on Twitter made the comment. They were just like, I don't know, Billy being upset about Spencer and Olivia is giving a little anti-blackness to me because he was okay with Asher. I was just like, I don't know if I
Oh
would
my gosh.
take it. I don't know if
That's a
I don't
reach, but
know.
okay.
I know I was just like, I don't know if that's it, but
It's giving anti-black. They probably meant it sarcastically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um And so anyway, that was funny. But yes, so he was upset, so upset that he like didn't even like greet Spencer, even though he greeted all of the rest of the other players, and then he yelled at him again when Spencer
It
was
was
on the phone with Liv.
so petty. Oh my
It
gosh.
was so petty. And even
I'm
like
like,
when they
how is
came out
this
of the
grown
tunnel,
man acting this way?
stop. I'm
Aren't we
tired of
older
Billy.
than
I'm
this?
tired of Billy Bean. I'm tired of him.
Sir, you have grays in your beard. There is no reason why you should be sitting here literally trying to be petty king with a
And
teenager.
I, and I'm so happy that when he went to go talk to Jordan, that Jordan
Hmm.
called him out on his crap
Oh,
because
yes.
that has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
He,
wish Laura had called him out on the scrap, like, or somebody before now, but
yeah.
it's been a long time coming.
It was the opportune time. Because I mean, even if we get to later part in the episode where, the coaches decide what they're gonna do regarding
Thank
the game,
you!
it's like you 2 scenes
He
ago
has
you were
not learned his lesson!
not at all. This man, watch this. If this man is always gonna cut corners, you cannot be surprised when your kids do the same thing, right? If you're always
Facts!
gonna
Like,
bend the rules, how are you going to stand here, look me in the face, or
they.
look Jordan in the face, and tell him, "Hey, you should be abiding by this, this, and this." Everybody knows when it comes to kids or anything like that. Watch this. It is monkey see, monkey do. All
It
right.
is.
Rarely will kids do
Facts!
as you say and not as you do. Come
Facts.
on. So yeah, no,
Facts.
he was real hypocritical for that one.
He and it was like 2 scenes ago. Like, really, you
Yeah,
haven't learned your lesson. Like, your son basically just told you, I've seen what you've been doing and I'm following after your pattern. I
yeah,
was honestly, oh, I didn't even care if they got to play the game, because they deserve not to play the championship. I don't care.
hmm
I don't
hmm
care. They were being a mess.
yeah.
They were
That
being
fight was
a
crazy.
mess. And I was sort of like, I thought that Montez was going to be another check on him. I thought this was finally going to be the episode where we checked Billy for sure. So when
Yeah,
he came with his whole, like, oh, I'm just going to say it was an exaggeration, I really was just like, I hope she's just like, no, it wasn't. Like,
that poor thing. And she started out that way, right? But
she
then
did.
the
And
moment he
then
started talking about legacy and your grandkids and yada yada,
blah, blah,
and I'm
blah.
like, are people really gonna sit
Exactly.
there and tell their grandchildren about a high school football game? All right, okay.
That part. That part.
Maybe it's because I didn't play a sport. I'm gonna give
Maybe.
y'all the benefit of the doubt, but
Maybe. But I'm just like,
I thought it was
there
a
were
stretch.
only 2 people that weren't a mess, like, in that whole thing. And sorry, audience, Asher was one of them, Chris was the other one, because they were the only people that were trying to break up the fight.
Yeah, legitimately. There were fists being, oh my gosh, the fists were flying in every
They
single
were
direction.
flying.
And the thing is, it wasn't even like, okay, team versus team. It was literally like, my same players, people I play with, are punching me in the face. There was no loyalty.
No loyal. And can we get on the football was a mess. The football brought the most drama this episode, because JJ, there were so many people that it's just like, didn't we talk about this? Like,
Yes.
didn't
I
we
thought
talk
we
about
deaded
this
this
three,
issue.
four, five? I thought we did it this.
I thought we
Like,
deaded this.
I just knew Frosto was gonna start some mess, because he's been up and down all season.
That's Franklin, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
Franklin. I
Okay.
love Franklin from My Wife and Kids. Starting some mess before they're even out on the football field. He was jealous that
Yes.
Spencer got All American and was doing an interview, and he was like, "Oh, he can miss practice." Like, if he don't gotta go to practice, he don't gotta go to practice. What's up to
Right. I
you?
also, but I mean, okay, yes. However, I also was like, Billy, like, you really legit playing favorites, though, if you gonna let that boy do that
Oh
interview.
yeah, for sure,
But,
for sure. But
it
I
is what
was
it is.
just
Once in a lifetime
it
thing. I'm
was
not gonna say nothing.
yeah, no, I agree, and I hate that. It's so funny, because it's just like, I felt the same way about him playing favorites, but for
Hmm.
Frosto and Spencer, it's like, I thought you two did it this issue.
Right, because they had that whole scene where they did the pool thing. And I thought, I was like, okay, they
Exactly.
finally bonded. Look, if anything, this season finale showed me, watch this. If you really don't get to the root of the issue, forget it. Because the way these people flipped around and forgot all of the team building and whatnot that we had done previously, that went all out the window.
You said, "Watch this. Listen to this.
I had no idea.
Mark this in your notepads." No, seriously, because yeah. So Frosto had an issue. JJ JJ's getting a big head all of a sudden, which
Which
I
is like
guess
out
it
of
was about
character for him.
time, but
Yeah,
it was
okay.
like so out of character.
Yeah.
Like,
JJ is like my
he's
fun loving dude. I love JJ. So to see him like
exactly
getting legitimately cocky, I'm just like,
It
oh,
was really
maybe that's
it
not a
does
good look for you.
no it does no nothing for his character because it's
No.
not like his character doesn't work as someone who's like upset and like pig-headed because it's just we have too many of those people on the show already.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are the comic relief. You
Right,
better
right,
stay in that lane, sir.
right.
But yeah, JJ was getting a little pig-headed, saying some stuff to Jordan. Jordan was flying back as he normally does. But this is like in Jordan's character. Jordan is always up and down. Um, which people were upset at me because I came for Jordan last episode. And look, Jordan is back on that.
He's
People
back
are
on his
upset with him
BS.
again.
Back on his BS, man.
Um, just right away. Where is Simone to come and calm this man down?
Oh, look.
Simone was texting David. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Don't come for me, Jamone Stance. I'm sorry. There was
look, I told
not
you
enough
Moan stands.
comedy in this. There's not enough comedy in this episode. I had to make myself laugh. Um, but yeah, so Jordan was acting a mess. JJ was acting a mess,
Hmm.
and this boiled over when and oh yeah, and then Jordan let Asher know that he gave Spencer the whole entire offensive
Mm.
playbook. Like
Mm-mm-mm.
when Spencer was helping him out. Why would Jordan say that? Even if it was
I don't know
true,
how you can be that dense though.
it just makes no sense. In the locker room where anybody could potentially hear you.
Yeah. Okay, so well, I mean, we've known for a while that Jordan is not the smartest character.
Yes. I think we said that on the very first episode. We were like, he's
Yeah,
not that smart.
he's not that
Ending the
smart.
season with he's not that smart. And again, this just goes and goes. So they're on the bus, they get to the championship, and quickly I think JJ is yelling at Jordan for giving away the plays, and then they go up to the other team, and then Crenshaw finds out that Spencer was helping Jordan.
Hmm.
Frosto gets upset about that, which I knew was gonna happen, and then that's when the fight goes down.
Yeah.
Who called Frosto like you look like a skinny male stripper? I think that was Jordan.
Wait, who said that?
Jordan did at the very beginning.
Said that he looks like a skinny male stripper?
He did. And then
No, I missed that.
JJ stripping got called out. Jordan, I'm not. Even though this fight was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. They let Jordan get a few things in.
Oh yeah, no, he punched Betcher in the face, square on, got him
He
good.
was getting Spencer back for episode 1. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says. He's been waiting to do that since episode 1.
I mean, but here's the thing too. If we're gonna call it like we see it, like if legitimately, no bias or whatever, Spencer started to fight because he pushed Jordan. So
Mm?
I ain't gonna
And
hold you, but he
listen,
technically started the
like I
fight.
said, the only people who were blameless in that fight were Chris and
Chris.
Asher
Mm-hmm.
because they tried to stop it. And that's because even as I was like detailing that, I was just like, and who walked up to who? Like, why would Spencer even go up to Beverly?
I don't know. I feel like that's a scene that I'm gonna have to watch back because I feel like it happened
It
so
is.
quickly that
There was just
legitimately
so much going on.
I felt like I didn't even know how we got here.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
know
And then
I saw
it
talking, a push, and then all hell broke loose.
and then for Jordan, it's just like Spencer stuck his neck out for you
Right.
and you're gonna punch this man?
Right.
I
Not even that,
mean,
like to shade
you
him and be like, "Oh, you got loose." Like, what is it? If somebody wasn't snitching or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah,
"Ah,
yeah,
snap!
yeah.
Here we go.
And
Here we
it's just
go."
like, sir, you were calling this man your brother the entire season. Like,
These
I
people,
mean,
they've
he's
changed like
dating your
chameleons.
sister at this point. Like,
He's my brother. He's my brother. Wow, like I'm so happy he helped me with all the things. Then he told
next
all of a sudden,
episode, oh, you
you
little
got this,
snitch.
this, this,
Like,
and this.
what?
Mm-mm-mm. I
It
feel like
just,
the bro code
they
only
were
goes
a
so far.
mess. Yes, yes. What I told my aunt this because I talked to my aunt writers of this episode. And I told her, I was just like, I just want Olivia to start out season 4 with like digging and Jordan like
Mm.
for being involved in this mess. I don't know. I would like to see it on my screen.
It looks like it.
Um,
I mean, sorry, I can't even speak. With the
because
way
it was
that
too
the
much.
episode, with
Yeah,
the
it
way
looked like they resolved it when they both got punched. I don't
I don't,
know.
I don't think it's necessarily resolved, but I feel like I don't know if necessarily this is going to come out only because they still got to play the game. So, I mean, we didn't get to
This
see them play the game, but we see them entering the field,
You
which
don't think Jordan's gonna tell his twin or Spencer's not gonna tell his girlfriend what happened?
I mean, I guess it'll come up, but it was one of those things where it was watching that last scene with them entering the arena. I just felt
That
as
was
though,
weird too
yeah,
to me.
because I felt like Spencer
Like,
was, it was Spencer against the world at that point. His coach
yeah.
hates him. The person next to him on his football team hates him. Jordan just punched him in the face and they're at war. Like, and then he has the
Which
whole other team to think about. He is literally on an island by himself. I'm like, yeah, you're lucky that Billy isn't pettier. Like, I don't know, what is he going to take him out of the game? Is he going to,
ooh, not take him
you
out of the
know,
game. Could you
like, you know what I
imagine?
mean? Just like do petty stuff
Yeah.
because he's just so upset and blinded by that. I have
The
no
Bakers are
idea.
petty. The Bakers are
Yeah.
petty. I still can't believe Jordan did that to Spencer, man. Like, this man helped you against his better judgment. And, here or there for helping you, but he
Mm.
helped you nonetheless. And you gonna switch on him like that?
This is
Like,
why you can't save everybody. You can
that should
only
be
do
a
so
lesson to
much. Spencer
Spencer.
is one person, and he puts on the Superman cape for everybody. And
Yeah.
then, when they switch up on him, it's a problem. It, I don't know. It's sad.
Honestly, let me not. I'm
Oh,
not gonna say.
say what you're gonna say.
At this point, he's bringing it on himself. Like,
Yeah,
he
you
knew
got
he should. I mean,
gotta take a step back.
listen.
I'm not into victim blaming, but I'm just saying, child, if these people don't want to be saved, if they don't want to be helped, you gotta just let them figure it out on their own.
I'm sorry,
He's
Spencer,
only a
but
kid. He's not even. Is he
he knew.
18 yet?
Yeah, he's 18, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah. I, I said this earlier, but there was one time he took his Superman cape off, and that was for Olivia.
Hmm.
Everybody else gets to be saved, and you know what? You did something by putting up boundaries with Olivia, and it's a good thing that you put up those boundaries.
Hmm.
However, put up boundaries for other people.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a learn that as time goes on. I'm interested to see what they will do with the next season and just how that'll go.
I don't even know how the first episode of next season is gonna go. I was like, oh, it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows and regular team drama.
I know, right?
Nope,
They haven't gotten that. Yeah,
nope.
this episode. So okay,
The
the
bliss
football
that
game
was
and all of
Homecoming.
that,
I'm sorry,
right?
being like, so what's Homecoming
What a
coming
nice
back?
little break between the mess. What a nice little break between the mess.
Yeah, so sorry. So the football game, yes, it looks like they're gonna come back, and we're gonna see the game.
Yeah.
And we don't know who's gonna win.
No. So we'll
Might
we'll
be a tie.
see.
Who knows?
We'll see. Oh gosh, I hope they don't do that. We'll see the
But
aftermath of that. But that's not even the whole episode. That was literally
it's
only a part
not.
because there were
In
15
the
other plots.
exactly as always. And somebody who didn't get to play in the game was Asher, who incidentally the
Mm.
reason we skipped over this part, the reason why Jordan could play in the game is because Asher, even though he told the coach about Jordan, basically telling Spencer all of the offensive plays.
Right.
He redesigned the plays with Coach Montez and was really pushing for Jordan to play in the game. He designed plays with Jordan in mind.
Right.
And, you know, again, I know that people don't like Asher necessarily, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
one of those people who he's not. Don't necessarily like his character, but
Right.
this season, for the most part, he's been a stand-up guy. Even though would have maybe wanted to see some other things on my screen, he's been a stand-up guy for the most part, and that was none clearer than when he told Jordan, you're going to be able to play in this game because I actually Coach Montez told him that Asher designed plays for you,
Right.
and he got his scholarship to Coastal California, which is where he wanted to go. And after that all happened, he was getting ready to go out, and his father came to stop him right before he was going out and said that he
Oh, tell them
cannot
about
play
the hit.
anymore.
So,
Oh
yeah, the
yeah,
whole reason why
yeah,
he
yeah,
needed to scan it the first place.
yeah. They were playing. See, there was so much going on. They were
Yeah.
practicing full contact. This is back when Montez was like, Jordan, you're still backup quarterback. They were practicing full contact, and Asher got hit on a play, and
He
he
got
had to get his
whacked.
ribs. He did, he did, and I did. You know what? I did say I was just like, this is foreshadowing something with Asher, but I thought he would be injured, not that he could never
Right.
play football again.
Right.
And so he got checked. His ribs were fine, but what ended up happening was that he had a rare heart condition that they found when they were checking for those cracked ribs. So he can never play football again.
They told this man on the 11th hour of the biggest game of his life thus far, after he's already gotten a full ride scholarship, that you have cardiomyopathy. You cannot play not only this game, but you can't ever play football again because I guess, I don't know. I don't know the details of cardiomyopathy, but it sounds like something where your heart can stop or,
Yeah,
beat too fast or what have you.
I think it might
I.
be beat too fast. It was giving me One Tree Hill Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
except Lucas could play with limited minutes, but Asher can't play at all.
No.
Um,
I just feel
and
like
you
okay.
know, he
Hmm.
got his comeuppance way later than I thought he would. Like, I want
Hmm.
to see this happen to season one Asher. I not want to, but this would make sense if it happened to season one Asher. This would make sense if it happened to season two Asher. Even season three, episode six Asher.
Because you feel like
But
it would be deserved.
yeah, but
Hmm.
don't be out here having Asher design plays, stopping, trying to stop the fight, having his stepdad or whatever plan Grace's party, even though the whole Spencer and Olivia thing, not be upset about the Spencer and Olivia thing, which still doesn't make any sense to me. Like, have all of this go down and then give him this thing?
I know. I feel bad because I feel like Asher, as you said, he has redeemed himself. I mean, yes, it was a drawn out period because we still might not like his character. However, he has shown so many moments of growth.
Yeah,
I feel like the writers, the producers, whoever has it out for this kid, he has never had a good outcome. Like, I mean, he's literally the character. If he is Murphy's Law, if anything bad is going to happen, it's going to happen to him. And I'm like, dang, this man can't even like, you have this good moment of you get your full ride to your dream school, and all of that is snatched. When he started to cry, I legit felt bad. I was
it
like,
was
oh no,
very.
that was heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody put roots on Asher for real, for real, for real.
It feels like what the writers are really good at this point is making sort of the worst possible thing happen to
Yeah,
their character at the moment that they least want it to happen.
yeah. Tell me how
So,
I thought he was gonna be diagnosed with cancer though. I don't know why,
me too.
but I was like, he has leukemia. Like they saw something in this
Yeah,
man.
but
Yeah.
I kind of think, I don't know. I feel like they might be setting him up to be killed off.
Oh, oh. Okay, are we gonna get into it? Because you just mentioned kill.
I know we can't jump to predictions just yet, but
Okay.
What? Okay, so we have to. So we talked about Liv
That's not
and
even a
Spencer. We
prediction, y'all.
talked
That's
about.
facts, but all right.
We talked about Spencer and the whole thing. Oh, the one thing that I want to say before we cut off this whole football storyline thing
Mm-hmm.
is before Billy was acting a mess, as he usually does,
Mm-hmm.
he told Spencer, my two All Americans, or told Jordan, one of them, my two All Americans. Because again, he really was proud, like they were his two sons.
Yeah.
Yet he only yelled at one of his quote unquote sons, which was Spencer. So I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah.
And sorry, no. This is the actual last point. The other thing is, I've just felt
And
like
another
Asher's
thing.
leadership, and another thing, I feel like Asher's leadership has been forced a little bit. Like anytime I hear Coach Montez talking about how good Asher is and how he's so much of a leader, I'm like,
Nah.
he was like complaining to you the other day that you wouldn't let him go talk to this coach. Like, calm down.
They're trying
But
to give
yeah,
him something good, something to hang
they're
on
trying.
to.
They were trying. And you know what? By the end of the episode, I was just like, wow, that sucks for Asher.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, so that whole thing happened. Carrie and Layla.
Okay. Talk about it.
I don't understand why. I don't know. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't viewed Layla as someone who is dumb.
Mm.
I
She's
have
giving
not
very
viewed her
blonde this
that way.
season, is she not? She's
But
giving
she
very
is this
ignorant.
season.
Mm-hmm.
This season in particular, she is.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like but I know some people who actually like think that they're making her out to be very dumb. But I didn't think that. But
So
now I'm
maybe not
like, this episode,
maybe not dumb, but super naive.
yeah.
And it I'm sorry, I need a minute because I just don't understand how you have seen the signs that this girl, not only is she named Carrie, right? But
And her, not only is she
she is blonde, she is of the white persuasion, and she
can't
is
trust them. No I'm kidding.
she is legitimately showing signs of like mentally unstable.
And her mother said didn't her mother say she was
Right.
dangerous?
Yeah. So it's like, Layla, why do you think you can handle this one on your own?
And did
Why, of all of
Layla's
the
dad know
situations,
that she was here? Like, what is JP doing? Why did he suddenly come back? Fake JP.
I
See, if
need these
real JP was
parents,
here,
I need these parents to actually parent their children.
no, but
Because,
I feel like if real JP was here,
uh,
this wouldn't happen.
and, and not the one they keep switching him with.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm so
I'm just
confused.
so confused as
She's
to
so
why this
naive.
girl. And the other thing is just like why I'm saying that she's not dumb is because she legitimately called Olivia to specifically talk about her concerns about Carrie.
Uh,
And yet was I don't have any words for this storyline because I'm like, where could this possibly be going? So she left her phone. She was just like, oh, I can't believe I lost my phone. Didn't go
yeah.
back. It's like, at least I was just like, at the very least, at least she's driving and Carrie isn't.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, like, where is Carrie finna take this girl?
I have no clue.
Because it's not home.
It's not. It's to her death. But it's just, I I don't know. I have so many questions. I'm really
Is
looking at
she gonna
Layla
be
like,
locked in the basement at the start of the season?
oh
Like,
my gosh.
now if there is one character I do think the writers hate, it's Layla.
You think so? Oh, because she gets a
she
short end of
was
the stick too.
she was sidelined with Coop.
Almost choked because I just thought of something.
What?
I was like, what if this is an opportunity for Jordan to come save her? I can see it now.
Jordala Rising.
People be sleeping on them, but come back and see me season 6. Just remember, I told you first.
I hope Jordan saves her. Um,
Sorry,
I
we're
don't know.
going
He
back.
got his own problems, but being a brawl and everything.
I know.
I
That's why I
mean,
said
like,
season 6, because, they need some time. But yes, I don't know where they're going to go with this story. I don't know if there's going to be a house burning down. I have no idea if Chick is going to get trapped in the basement. I have no idea if she's going
I
to try to
just
drive her off a cliff,
I
drug
thought that
her.
when they were in the car, and I feel like I saw like a cone, like a caution cone, and I was just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Take the brakes out of the car. I don't know. I feel like Carrie is the type of person who, is kind of just down for whatever
yeah.
crazy thing.
And that's the thing is we don't know her character, and that's what
No,
makes it like
she's a wild
we
card.
really can't guess what's gonna happen because she legitimately is a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
mm,
because we
good luck to
the,
Layla.
the audience feels that Layla is in danger even though Layla is driving, which I feel like is a point to emphasize.
Mm-hmm.
Like Layla technically has control over where they go, but it's a fake control.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Legitimately, who's to say?
an
And like I
imagined
said, she
control.
already got rid of her phone.
So
But like, I don't know how that doesn't trigger you because if I'm going on a
I
long trip, there's no way I'm not going back for my phone. Like you're bugging if you think I'm not going to go back for my
especially with
phone.
this crazy girl,
That's what I'm
like
saying. I would tell a million people, "Hey, look, I'm going here and here with so
who
and so."
and she knows that Carrie was trying to isolate her.
Right. At the
Like
very least, I'm telling Olivia. At the
I
very
know they
least.
definitely just made her dumb for this storyline. Like she definitely had naivete about her, but this is just like beyond the pale. It's beyond the pale.
There's too many red flags, and Sis is avoiding every
Way
single one
too
of
many
them.
and textbook red flags at that.
Yeah, all certifiable. Ooh,
So
good luck to Layla.
well, we'll see you in the predictions, Layla. Um, or maybe we won't. I don't know.
Uh,
um, the last one, the big one. Can I say I knew that the big cliffhanger would be Coop.
okay.
I didn't know how it was going to manifest, but I knew it would be Coop. My aunt correctly guessed that Coop would. So what happened is Coop is getting ready for her tour. Layla was going to go
Yeah.
with her. This was where it overlapped a little bit. Carrie was trying to get Layla to go to Tahoe, like before Vegas or instead of Vegas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Layla was trying to take her finals so that she could be in Vegas. But for some reason, Coop is going to Vegas. Andre is working with Mo, as we know,
Right.
and she convinces patients to come out. Um, Andre is like being weird and shady, and he wasn't trying to like open up boxes that he put on the tour bus
Yeah, and I
for
had the
Coop to
T-shirts in them.
see. Yeah, that had the t-shirts in them, and so my aunt correctly guessed that Coop would very quickly realize that the boxes had some stuff in them, which I think, what is it? Like it had drugs in them.
Yeah, it's
Um,
supposed to have narcotics.
yeah, narcotics in them. And she did. So the police pulled her over. Coop knew that it was Andre,
Mm-hmm.
and she got out of that situation because she pulled the drugs off the tour bus, before the cops came and got them.
Right.
But she confronted Mo.
Mm. Why do people want to confront their killer or their would be killer?
I don't understand. And I'm like, why Koopa season one? I feel like Koopa season one would have a vest on.
I thought that Coop would be packing. I'm not gonna lie. So that
Koopa
when like
season one
Mo
would be
lowered her gun, Coop could boom boom pop out that thing and just be like,
Coop of
but
season 1 would have been packing.
yeah.
I don't think she would have been a straight shot, but Coop would have
Mm.
been packing nonetheless, shooting somewhere.
I was like, yeah, she got jumped into
Um,
that gang and everything too.
exactly.
I don't know.
But for some reason, I would, even when, like, as Coop was saying this full speech, as soon
Yeah.
as Mo pulled the gun out, I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, no matter what, Coop is going to get shot.
Dang.
I had no doubts for any second that Coop was not going to get shot. As soon as she confronted, like, even before Mo pulled the gun out, to be honest, I was like,
Yeah.
saw her pull the gun out, was not surprised, knew she was going to be shot.
Yeah. I I held out hope though. I will say, okay, it might be hindsight bias, but as I'm sitting there, I'm listening to you, and I'm remembering what I had seen. Please believe, at every at every moment, I was at the edge of my seat, gasping, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just thoroughly shocked because she lowers the gun. Obviously we have this monologue, very, very tense, and I'm thinking to myself, Coop,
Mhm.
why are you there? Chick, like, leave, because you just know that she has a gun, like you said.
At one point, I thought Coop was going to walk away and she was going to shoot her in the back.
Okay. See, like, exactly, like, so as you said, you know that this is coming, but at the same time, she sat there or she stood there,
And
like,
she just
crying,
talked. It's
lowers
like,
the gun. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's how they're gonna end it. They're gonna make it. And then, but then you're still tense because it's still in her hand. And then, boom, she raises it up again. What I did not see coming, and this is obviously a huge spoiler alert, just like the rest of this episode, but did not see Preach in the cut with the clip. Did not see that. Boom, boom.
yeah,
I was like,
I did.
oh
Yeah,
snap.
yeah, yeah.
I thought she got shot in the
I
face though. When she got shot in the side, I was like, oh, I could have sworn you got shot in the face. But
not the
that was
face.
great for Preach, but then at the same time, I was like, "Oh, Preach, you just shot your baby mama," which we still don't know if that kid is his. But anyway, that's for another
Okay,
day.
that your train of thought, like, even though I knew that Coop would be shot, your
Yeah,
train of thought was my train of thought. I was just like, ooh, was not expecting
no,
Preach to come up. Okay, that adds a little wrinkle. So what's gonna happen now? And then
love
I
it.
would, the same train of thought is like, ooh, he just shot
His like
his
lover.
baby mama, even though,
Yeah,
again, we don't even know if this kid is hers. And so my
right.
immediate thing was like, oh, how is he gonna tell his fake daughter or whatever about
Oof, I
this?
shot your mama. This
And
child
then
is
I was
already
just like, and
traumatized.
now he's going, exactly. I was just like, and now he's probably going back to jail. This is his third strike.
Oi.
Like, I was thinking about all of that. And this only happened within like 30 seconds. So all that ran through my mind. And then when Coop called out Preach's name, I was just
Oh,
like,
oh, that was the worst because I was like, okay, I was like, all right, she's safe, for goodness. And then she collapses. I said,
see, and
no.
I didn't even fully trust it. And then when I heard her call out Preach's name, I was just like,
And she got shot in the chest. I'm just gonna say dead, y'all.
like,
Coop is dead. Rip Coop. She is. There's no way she's surviving this. She
okay.
already went limp when he was holding her. I know we had joked. And we're like, oh, they're gonna kill off Coop. And like we said it as a joke.
So many of my, like, I know at least 2-3 people who said Coop was gonna die.
But
And okay, let's hop over into predictions because thank you for listening to Film Study, an All American podcast. Uh, we gotta wait October 25th for season 4 premiere. But in the meantime, I will not stop. We're gonna be doing some more character analysis, some more character videos, and I will be reviewing the first half of season 3 when it drops on Netflix. So if you want to be a part of a review, be a guest on the show, let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up in the comments section, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Thanks again for listening. Take care.